Okay, let's start with this one. We already mentioned that we have too many informations. Let's say by 9 o'clock we are overloaded with informations, right?
Right.
So the lack. I'll mention a few. So the first one, it's a lack of accurate information. Every single individual of us, we have to find a process that's very personal, but you have to find a way how you filter all this information in order to understand what is the accurate information that actually you can use it in your decision-making process. So that's right. Number one. We can talk details, but let's just
sure. That's very
just go in the in general. Second thing is, we're living in a world of too many unknowns and a world of changes and everything. So overly relying on past experience sometimes can be very counterproductive. Yes, experience is very good to have it, but we have to be aware not to use the frame or sentence that I'm already hearing in too many companies. This is how we've all been doing for the past 20 years and we're very successful. Really? Okay. So it's up to you to decide whatever you want to say after that, but that's not how it's happening today. So we do not overly rely on the past experience. Use it, but do not overly rely. The second thing is inability to anticipate future events. Why? Because now people, this doesn't mean, by the way, to predict. Predict, it's very heavy word to say, and nobody succeeded to do, but you can understand the course, what are the options for possible solutions or possible courses of action of developing one situation. Let's say if you are in the politics, right? So you can have these many courses of action so that you can identify what are the
scenarios.
Scenarios. You develop scenarios, but you can identify what are the particular information that will lead you towards one of those scenarios that you can foresee. So that's very critical. Second thing, it's cognitive bias. We already spoke about this.
Yeah,
we're very biased. We want to see things that we want to see. That's it. Simple as that. We have to either lock your ego in the box or leave your ego outside of the door or the other side of the door and just sit down and listen what the other people are saying, or try to see as many things as you can in order to make in order to be, let's say, happy and secure in the decision that when you make. Because I like to make a decision. I was the guy who making lots of decisions on many different levels. So I like to be sure when I go back home and sleep, right? So I want to sleep, it happens. I don't want to have any doubts.
It's not going to happen always anyway. So
exactly. So that's very, very, very critical. And we have to also understand our emotional responses. Please, for everybody, do not over emotionally react. Why? Because emotion blocks our consciousness and emotion blocks perceptions. Suddenly,
fight or flight. Yes,
changing the moment. We're emotionally sad. This guy just make me super nervous. Now you will see what's going to happen. I have seen this. I have been on those type of meetings that I'm seeing people emotionally overly react. So don't do this. And the final one, it's flexibility. Lack of flexibility. I'm seeing every day. How does uncertainty increase? Our lack of flexibility also increases at the same time. So we spoke about this, too many conferences, everywhere is flexibility, but actually nobody is doing it. So that's the problem. So let's finally agree that in the certain time of changes, in too many unknowns, we have to be flexible. Why? Because there are, let's say, like 8 things that are happening, but we don't know which of them can be options for possible solutions, right? So you have to be flexible. You have to able to see and hear all the others. So these are my key takeaways that I can say right now.